What's up, everybody? Cody here.
And Eric.
So this is a follow-up video on my Toolbots video. Those that watch the Toolbots video, thank you for it. Appreciate it. For those of you that commented about I'm an idiot because I recommended buying the cheap toolbots compared to expensive toolbots, and that I didn't talk about cheap tools compared to good tools, this video is for you guys. So we got the entry-level Harbor Freight. We got the Icon Harbor Freight. We got a quality Matco ratchet here. So yes, you're right. You can get, that's the entry level. That's the Icon, which is almost brand new. And this is the Matco with the ratcheting head that locks. This doesn't lock. This doesn't have any ratcheting head. Yes, you are right. The Icon and Harbor Freight tools do have a lifetime warranty. You guys are correct about that. Yes, this is cheaper. This is like a $55, $65 ratchet compared to a $125 ratchet. There's a difference. This is serviceable, and the Matco guy will take care of you if this breaks. You may get some grief from the Harbor Freight people walking in trying to get this replaced. I've had this for 2.5, 3 years. I put a lot of force on it. It keeps going. Tell me what feels nicer in your hand.
All right. So first of all, let's talk about the index. So the index is a fine index. I like a fine index because sometimes in an area, if it's too much of a throw, there's not enough room for it to index and ratchet. So I like that. Let me see this one. Let's look at the ratchet on it. Okay, so something that you can, first thing that you can tell is that the detent on this one is a lot more firm. It's a lot more positive. Let me see this little one. This is also a fine ratchet, which is, the fine is the teeth are fine. Okay. But you can feel like a lot of play in this one. Let's see this other one. You can feel, you can feel a lot of play in this one. The selector on those, I'm not saying there's necessarily anything wrong with it, but they don't have like a positive detent like this one has. It feels a little soft and it feels a little mushy. Here's also something else, is you can get this size and this size obviously in a fixed head instead of a pivoting head. But here's what I like about this one. This one will
Lock
pivot.
in place.
This one will pivot. Maybe they offer one of these that locks, but here's the issue I have, is that the amount of play that's in this, if you were to tighten this some more, it will close this clevis and it makes it firm and makes it difficult to work with, right? This one right here, it's a little detent. It has a really strong detent, but it's a real positive detent, and then when you want to lock it, it seems to lock really, really well. So I would say that this one, for the amount of money, don't get me wrong, this could get you started, okay? And it could get you in the craft, it get you in the trade. You can make a living with that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm thinking that day-to-day abuse, that you need to buy this. But see, here's also another deal. Even though this seems to come apart, it doesn't look riveted. Some of these are riveted.
Yep.
And they're actually not made to come apart, and actually don't sell replacement serviceable parts. A lot of times your tool truck guy will have a kit for these, and they will fix it while they're there, which also adds to the value of this if you're using them to make a living with. Now, if you're doing DIY, to each his own, right?
Let's talk to this. Let's talk about head size here. Look at the size of the head. Skinny, thicker. Also, look at how far this sticks out. This is your on-off. This is your on-off. That is more integrated into the head. It's got a nice cutout. This doesn't. So if you're in a tight spot, chances are you're going to knot this and be cussing at yourself. Well, like we said, there's nothing wrong with the Harbor Freight tools. In my last video, I was talking about getting quality tools if you are going into the industry as an actual technician. If you are starting out, Icon tools are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. But here's the thing. Most schools, when you go to school, they have a program to get between 30 to 40% off a better quality tool. And that is when you take advantage of a better quality tool, is when you start school, because you're saving money in the long run. Can you trade this in down the road to your Matco Snap-on or guy? Of course.
Yeah.
You're going to lose money. The head on this is serviceable. I've never had this one replaced, but I know guys in the shop that have had this taken apart and reserviced on the tool truck back, no questions asked. If you're a DIYer at home, even the cheaper entry-level Harbor Freight's fine for your simple DIYers at home. This is the upgraded version, but honestly, Matco, Snap-on, Cornwell, that's the brand to go with if you're planning on doing this for a long time.
Another advantage of these is that the fitment here on the sockets, even their brand of sockets, they fit like Matco brand, because we're working with Matco.
Mm-hmm.
Not only do they fit the ratchet better as far as where the drive goes, but they also fit the fastener much better than a lot of the other ones do also.
Yeah, a lot of times the ball will actually not hold up after so many on-offs.
Yeah, and there's a lot of play in them after a while. Like you have a brand new ratchet and you have a brand new socket, but there's still a lot of play, a lot of side play in it. It doesn't really fit well. It will wear and burr here to where it continues to fit well or not fit very well. And another problem is that, let's just pick a size like a 9/16 or like 14 millimeter. Okay, the 9/16 doesn't fit a 9/16 nut very well with some of the other brands, where a really good quality tool brand, the socket actually fits the fastener really well.
Right. Even the rivet part of this, you can feel it's just quality. I mean, it's a quality wrench. It's ratchet.
This is really nice. The detent, everything about it's good. The handle, so the handles, this handle is a little bit older and it's still real durable, and I think that it holds up to sweat and oil and everything else a little bit better. Another deal I've noticed with these is that sweat and chemicals chew them up really fast.
Right. Yep. So, take it what you want. Like I said, I had a lot of people out there that appreciated the video. Some people were saying I'm an idiot. Eric's been doing this for, 30 plus years now? How long you been wrenching? Yeah. And what's the majority brand of tool in your toolbox?
Matco, Snap-on, I have Cornwell, and then I have Blue Point.
The only time that I've really ever bought Harbor Freight tools is if I got to modify a socket to make a specialty tool.
Yeah, sometimes I'll buy like a Pittsburgh brand or something.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes if you have a socket for a specialty use like you're talking about, we need to put it in the lathe, turn the outside diameter down, turn a step in it, something like that. You have a weird bend for a wrench where there's not a wrench that's made for this purpose. In motorcycling, we run into that a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you're going to take a wrench, and it's not something you use all day, every day. It's just an every now and then tool, specialty tool. Then yeah, absolutely. We buy a lot of that and grind on them and tweak them and bend them and everything.
Yeah, so I think the moral of our story is, if you're a full-time technician,
buy the good stuff.
Buy the good stuff. If you're a home weekend warrior,
buy what you can afford.
Buy what you can afford. So, and there are some tools that Harbor Freight offers that I don't think they're any worse than the Matco. I think your Icon, as far as sockets go, I think your Icon brand sockets are actually a really nice quality socket, and I don't think you'll have a problem buying them and using them the rest of your career. But when it comes to like ratchets, wrenches, snap ring pliers. Well, I've actually broke snap ring pliers as a new technician, going cheaper. So there's some tools you want to spend money on up front for quality, and there's some tools you can do cheap on to start out with. And maybe we'll do a video on that down the road. But anyway.
Yep. Buy something. A lot of the home places like Lowe's or Home Depot, they have a line like Cobalt, which isn't too bad. But here's kind of what's important. When you spend your money, what kind of replacement, if any replacement or serviceability, does it have? And when it breaks, how much of a pain in the rear is it to go get it replaced or to get it serviced?
And what's the quality control going to be like?
Exactly.
So take it what you want. Take it as you want from us. We've just been doing this for a living for a long time, and we believe in quality tools. But anyways, thanks for watching. Y'all take care.